Beyond the Brand Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Brand Podcast. I'm your host, Angelo, and today we don't just have a guest, we have a co-host. So our first woman co-host on.
Hello.
I had an idea to so let me take it back a little bit. So I seen this person, I'm going to introduce her in a second, but I seen this person at an event called Casino Bebop. Shout out to AB. He had an event. Me and Manny went to go check it out. And she was there, but as I was looking around, I was like, wow, there's a big downtown scene, and everyone knows me. I don't go outside. So I was surprised by this. I'm like, there's a big, I guess socialite is the word
absolutely.
for it. So there's this big scene going on downtown, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of, good looking girls doing their thing, fresh guys dressed up, I'm like, this is kind of crazy because I don't go anywhere. So I was like, damn,
sure. I feel like you see a lot of the same people too. Downtown is starting to become its own crowd.
So that's what I was thinking. So, and then I even seen you guys, shout out to Nadia. I seen you and Nadia. I seen you guys, but I didn't go say hi because it was so loud. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to yell in their face.
No, even me and Nadia were like, that's the guy from the podcast. And we're like, should we go say hi? I don't want to be weird.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like, hey, because it was so loud. So I waited until you guys were on the other side and where it was less loud.
For sure.
But yeah, so that, just seeing all that, my mind is always going. So when I seen that, I'm like, wow. And a big portion of our audience is men. So I'm like, I'm sure there's a lot of men out there that want to be a part of that scene or are a part of that scene, and they don't really get to see the perspective of a woman. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, maybe we can help them out.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can bring someone in that's a part of that scene, that's doing things.
The most important perspective too.
Yeah, low key. So I'm like, yeah, who could I have on? And like I said, I talked to you that night and you just came right to mind. So I'm like, let's do, I don't know, maybe we'll think of a name what to call this.
For sure. It needs to be its own segment.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Definitely its own thing. But so today we were going back and forth. I'm like, how do you pronounce it? So it's fabulous. Fabi is on the podcast with us today.
Yes.
Give you a little.
Hello.
Wait, say your
my full name?
Your full name, yes.
Okay. My name is Fabiola Montes.
That's fine.
It sounds so much better in Spanish, but I just go by Fabi for short because it's easier. Mm-hmm. And I've always struggled with people saying my name, so just Fabi, whatever.
Okay, so Fabi. That's cool. So basically what we wanted to do is we have some questions.
Some juicy questions. Don't get it twisted.
You guys stay tuned for the questions, but I did want to preface and kind of talk a little bit about you before we get to the crazy questions. Because I have been watching you for a while on your Instagram and your TikTok and everywhere else that you've been posting, and you've been killing it. Your content is so good, but so simple too.
It is.
When you drop certain things, I'm like, why didn't I think of that? That is so good. Even the one you dropped today, I was like, it's so simple, but it's so good.
And that one's doing pretty good
right
now too. And I was surprised too. I was
like,
I think that's my whole mentality though. When it comes to content, especially recently, it's more just try as least as possible. And I feel like that is what comes off as authentic. And people just love to see the silly stuff.
You figured it out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm still playing around with the algorithm.
Well, tell them a little bit, for anybody that hasn't seen your content. What do you do for work? What do you do outside of work? Give them a little breakdown.
Okay, so I am a Phoenix native, grew up here in Phoenix, Arizona. I am a hairstylist, a makeup artist, a content creator. I'd like to call myself a community activist. I'm very, very involved when it comes to specifically Latinas and Latina entrepreneurship. So I went to college, got my degree in business, marketing, and then I left the corporate world and started my own business. And that's what I'm doing now full time. So I do hair, I do makeup, I do events, anything you could think of, really. But
what were you doing in the corporate world?
Marketing.
Oh, okay.
So I got my degree in marketing. I was working in marketing for about 3 years for a small business, and I was doing the whole 9 to 5.
Gotcha.
And then I started doing makeup, and I was making the same in one day that I was making
Wow.
40 hours.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And then finally, it kind of just hit me. I was like, I know how to market. I was like, what if I just put all this energy to market myself?
Oh, you hadn't been doing that?
No. At
What?
first, I was just...
Usually it's someone
for
that
fun.
does both. You know, like they end up going to corporate, but they've always done it on their own page.
I mean, I've always done social media, but it never...
Not to that extent. Like putting yourself out there.
Exactly.
So that light bulb just kind of came.
They like literally like clicked one day and I was like, wait a minute.
You're like, market me.
Yeah, I was like, I think I could do this.
Wow, that's crazy. So how long ago was that?
That was in 2021.
2021. So like 4 years?
Actually, like 2022.
Okay. So less. Like 3-4 years maybe.
Like, I'd say like 3 years, like full time that I really like pursued my dream.
And I will say this too. Some of your posts are a little on the riskier side.
They definitely are.
There's one out there that I was like, yo, she is crazy. But I respect it because
I already know what you're talking about.
You know which one I'm talking about? Which one am I talking about?
The agave one?
Whoa, I don't know.
About? Oh, no, don't look it up.
I was talking about the Christmas one.
Oh,
yeah.
You think that's bad?
To me, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I think it's bad.
Okay, no,
I just think it's riskier, and I can respect it though because it's like, do what you want to do. Like that's fire, you know. If you're proud of what you got going, like
Absolutely.
do what you. But I wanted to ask because I was thinking maybe did you always have that side? But it sounds like no.
No.
So when did that come?
So that's a little bit newer. I would say I started taking modeling serious. Probably a year ago.
Okay.
A year ago is when I started to do these photo shoots, and I like to call them my fun projects.
Okay.
So any idea that I have, I collaborate with my good friends, Ronaldo and Ebony. They are videographers and photographers here in Arizona, and they do all of my projects. So we literally just collaborate. Any idea that we have, we're like, I want to do this, like let's recreate it. And if we're all on board, we set up everything. Like I creative direct everything. They help me with all the behind the scenes. Ebony poses me, Ronaldo shoots, they take turns going back and forth, and we just bring this idea to life. So that Christmas one that you're talking about, I recreated an album cover by Sabrina Claudiel. So that's what that was.
Got you.
And I have multiple different projects that I've done. And I did one today, actually. It was another fun project today.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense because you're not going into it for it to be like these risky pictures. You're going into it as there's a story behind it. There's art behind it.
All of them have a story.
Makes way more sense.
And so I try to explain that to people because I feel like I get a little, I don't want to say judged, but like people have an idea behind it, and I'm like, there's so much more to it. And if you read my captions, I usually always share the story behind the like idea, but there is always a story behind it. The one today is so special, so that one is going to be super dope.
Yeah, I knew that's why I wanted to ask that, because I knew based on your content, you don't do anything that's just because or just like, I don't know what you would call that. Just like promiscuous, I guess would be the right word.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to ask, like, where did that come? That makes way more sense. So there's like a story behind it. There's art behind it.
And the type of shoots that I do now, it's really more just taking back I don't know, the power of like, it's my body, it's my image. And if you want to see it as promiscuous or you want to see it as something else, and that's on you. But at the end of the day, like a woman's body is beautiful. There should be no shame in showing it. And if you're not mature enough to handle that, then get off the internet.
Exactly.
Don't be a weirdo.
And that's what I mean? That's why I was saying I would never say like bad or, weird, or I just say risky because it's a little more to some family people or anything like that. But I like I said, I respect that. Like that's fire. I myself, like I'm in the gym and stuff, and I don't even feel comfortable posting like a shirtless picture. So it's like, well, how can I hate on someone that really like loves himself and they can do that? That's fire.
And I feel like it helped me gain my confidence too, because I promise you, it may look like I'm so confident, but I struggle with anxiety. I struggle like with the self-confidence.
Damn, you're part of the anxiety gang?
Absolutely.
Me too. Me and Manny too. We always say we're anxiety boys.
Dude, I have I have such bad anxiety. And
Yeah.
when I tell people that, they're very shocked. But if you know me on a personal level, then you know that that's something that I've struggled with forever.
And same. I always tell people I'm so camera shy, and they're like, "How?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm freaking out before I turn on the camera." Like
Deep down inside, no, literally, I feel like nauseous.
Yes.
I have like a headache. Like
you start telling yourself why you shouldn't do it.
All the little voices in my head, they're telling me I suck. I'm
so
like, no, I don't.
You like when you started doing these projects and started doing this content, is that like your alter ego?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's for sure my alter ego.
It's
It's crazy because I can turn it on. As soon as I'm like in the zone and I'm locked in a shoot, tell me where to look, tell me what to pose, tell me what to do, and I'm in.
And it's just work at that point.
Absolutely.
That's fire.
Absolutely.
That's dope. Yeah, keep killing that content. Like I said, it's so simple, and I think you figured it out. Like what your audience likes. You are killing it.
Thank
it's so
you.
dope.
I really
but
appreciate that.
let's get into one of the questions everybody asks.
Let's do
Does
it.
size matter? We didn't talk about that one. That's the one that everyone, I swear, when I was looking up on YouTube.
That's the one?
That's the one everyone.
For real?
Yes,
Oh
bro.
my gosh.
Should we talk about it, or should we just
let's
leave
talk
them on a
about
hanger?
it. Nah, we got to talk about it. To be honest, if they're saying it doesn't, they're lying.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, but for real, like, let's be so for real. I think it does. It doesn't have to be, like, huge either, but, like, it can be small.
The only thing I will say about with women when I've talked to them about this is I feel like some women have this this different perception of measurements. So
That
like you'll
is
ask
true.
them, they'll be like, and you're like, bro, that's like a foot long, G. Like that's not.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like,
That's
yeah,
normal.
that's normal. I'm like,
Damn.
bro, relax. I don't think you're understanding exactly what your hand placement.
Okay, so to you, what is, like, a normal size for a man?
A normal size for a man.
Because I feel like men always have a different answer, too.
Yeah, I would say just to give, people credit, like, cause I don't want to discredit anybody, like I want to make sure everyone feels okay with themselves, because I think there is a lot of other things you can do. But I will say, I would assume like 5 is like the smallest.
That's like minimum.
I would assume.
Okay.
I would assume that's minimum. Because I have my wife and everything, I won't, like, if I was single, I would disclose more and, say,
absolutely.
so I have to be respectful to that. But I would say, I would assume 5 is like minimum for women. What would you think?
I was going to say 6. So 5 or 6. I think that's definitely fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's tough for anybody under.
Sorry, guys.
Under that. But what if they can do like, they're like.
I guess, what's that whole saying? It's the ocean, or the motion of the ocean. Is that how it goes?
Yes. It's not the. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how it goes.
Yeah, it's the motion in the ocean.
Right?
I don't know,
not
bro.
Right. We need a fact check on that one, please.
But yeah, so to answer it, and I think.
I guess if you're like really nice and you're a good guy.
No, it don't matter, bro.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
It really don't matter. It's funny because so many people like to ask that question, and it's always the same answer. But it's like people still like to hear it. Even myself, like
all the time.
I do like to hear like what's your answer. But
It's a classic.
But yeah, let's have you go first.
Okay,
So you have to break it down. She has 5 questions and I have 5 questions. So we're just gonna go back and forth, and we'll chime in on all the questions to kind of like
perfect.
see.
Okay,
So
I have
you
a good
can
one.
go first.
Are you ready? I feel like this is
I'm
a good
kinda
one
scared.
for all of my girls. I have your back, okay? But does a girl's body count matter as a man when you're dating her? I want like your perspective on like a girl. Obviously you're married, but like outside, if you are looking at a woman or you're dating a woman and she tells you like this high body count, are you automatically turned off?
That's a good question. So my answer would be different if I was younger.
Okay.
Because I factor that in. Like
That's
if we're 18 years old and you have 30 bodies, that's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
But like
18?
if we're 30 years old and you have 20 bodies, like if you do the math, that's like, maybe 2 people a year, whatever the math is, what I'm saying? Like I do the math.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
like, I guess it just depends like your age. But me personally, I feel like if this person is, whatever happened in their past, like, so be it. You got to kind of be mature about it.
Yeah.
Like everyone does what they do. So in my opinion, if I really like this person and everything was working out and that was the only issue, I think I would let it go.
Really?
Just because, like, you got to be mature. Like, bro, she did what she did. Like, are you dating her because of who she slept with? That's kind of crazy if you break it down like that, you know? Like,
but I feel like most men are like that.
No, for sure.
Like, so many guys are like, nah, she has over 10. I'm not gonna like mess with her, this and that. But then you have a man who has like 100 bodies and it's okay.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Like, how does that make sense?
The double standard.
Hella double standard.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit different because I'm just more mature now. Like, I'm older. But when I was younger, I was that way. Like, for sure. So I think it just comes with maturity.
Yeah.
Once guys get to a certain age, because even like when I was young, like, oh, if she has kids, hell no. You know what I mean? But now that we're older, how are they not going to have kids?
Right.
Like, everybody, it's rare to find a girl 30 plus that has zero kids. Like, it can happen, but if that's what you're looking for, you just like killed the pool by like so many. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many dope girls that probably have one kid and you're like, nope. So you're going in a small pool. And then why does she not have kids? That could be even more of like a damn. Like,
you're like, hold up.
So it could be either side. So yeah, I mean, would you say body count matters with a guy? Like, if you know he's been out downtown, everyone knows that he's that guy.
He's for everybody.
Yeah, he's been for everybody, but
I mean, no. But I just feel like as a girl, you have that mindset that like we kind of have no other option. I just expect a man to have a lot of bodies. Honestly,
what?
I feel like when
that's how it is out here.
It is.
Oh,
it is.
no.
Especially out here in Phoenix. Hold up. Like, be careful because you hear some stories.
That's crazy.
For sure.
So that's just off top. Like,
yes,
it's gonna happen.
I think so. And I'm kind of just setting myself up to be like disappointed, you know?
What? Mm-hmm. That's tough. I have not. See, this is why I need to hear this because I'm like, damn. So there's some nice guys out there that are just, you know, holding it down, and you haven't even met them
I'm more
yet.
surprised if a man tells me he has like less.
That's a red flag?
No, that's like a green flag for sure.
Okay, that's a green flag?
Yeah, for sure.
What if they're like, I've only had 2?
Aww.
That's crazy. See, this is why guys don't want to be that guy.
I wouldn't say
See, that's a good point. I feel like we do that because there's this stigma of
for
like losing it quick
you know
and
what?
early.
You're right.
And like if I'm a guy that's only been with 2 girls, see,
how cute.
It's your guys' fault.
I'd be like, oh, come here.
Exactly. But this guy that's out here, you know, doing his thing, he's like,
I'd be like, oh, damn.
Like, yeah, that's what's up.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
The awe is crazy.
The awe is crazy. I wouldn't do it to your face though.
Damn.
I would go home, call my best friend and be like, oh, he only has 2.
But you'd still give him a chance?
I would.
Okay. Let me go into mine.
I think I would.
Oh, this is one that I was thinking about because if anybody's listening, Manny is single.
Period. Shout out
but
Manny.
We go to the gym a lot, and I always tell him like, I'll see someone. I'll see someone. I'm like, bro, because she's working out. I see her all that she's consistent. Like, bro, that could be at least try. If you're at a bar, it's so easy to talk to a girl, but at the gym, it seems like it's like there's a stigma. So I wanted to ask you, like, would you be okay with someone hitting on you at the gym? Okay,
I'm gonna be so honest.
Be very honest.
No.
That's your you time.
Unless we're set in stone. Like, when you go to the gym and your set people that are there.
Okay,
all the time, right?
You see their face all the time.
Yes. Yeah. So, like, for example, I usually always gym at like 8:30, and I swear I see the same group of people, and you make eye contact. Like, who
For
you
sure.
recognize.
Yeah.
So if I know you a little bit, then all right, whatever. But if I'm literally in the middle of a set and you're coming up to me like, hey, you look beautiful, and I'm over here sweating and struggling, like, I feel like the gym is a time to be alone.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Do you think there is a right way, or there's no right way at all?
I think there is a right way. Make sure they're not in the middle of a workout.
For sure. Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? It's
like,
you would be surprised.
insane.
It happened. It's happened to me multiple times.
Not even like hit on. I get pissed when people are asking me something in the middle. Like, bro, wait till I'm finished and then I got you.
Facts. Or when you're in the middle of a set, they're like, how many do you have left? I'm
Bro.
like, bruh, it doesn't matter how many I have
Dude,
left.
that's insane.
Right? I'm like, now I have 10 more just for you asking.
I get so pissed off
Me
with that
too.
question. That is crazy.
Me
Like,
too.
bro, no, I'm about to be on this all day. So
Facts.
just like go find something else. Like, what the heck, bro?
Yeah, that's like my biggest
So
pet
like,
peeve.
let's say in a scenario where you've seen them a couple of times, you guys have made eye contact. You're not doing a set. You're on your phone, sitting down.
You want to know the way, like, I think it's cute to slide in?
Oh, see, there you go.
Okay, I got it. So like,
there is a
if
way.
you are in the middle of a set, like, let's say a girl's squatting or, I don't know, bench press, something like that, and you see them struggling and you're like, do you want a hand with that? And like, you come up and offer, like, I would be like,
For real?
sure.
That seems scary.
It
Because
is-
then you're getting physical with them. Like,
well, you don't have to
we
touch
don't want
them.
to. But
Touch the bar.
but then you're like behind them. Like,
That's why it's an in.
oh.
I don't know,
See,
but you
I
have
would
to
be
have
scared of
balls
that.
like to do that. Most
Yeah.
men won't do that. You
I
know what
would
mean?
never.
Exactly.
Like, thinking, even if I seen man, I'd be like, bro, relax, G. Like, don't do that yet. Relax.
Maddie, you gotta try it and come back, okay? You gotta let us know if it works.
Damn. So you would be down for that?
I think I would.
Like
if you're
some-
cute,
Okay.
you're nice, you're tall, you're Mexican. I'm just kidding.
You start naming all
My
the-
criteria.
Yeah. Man, because I've seen like on YouTube where the guys will hit on like, but it's always like a hooper type dude. He's super tall, nice looking, light skin, and they always get good reactions
Of
because
course.
like of who they are. But I'm like a regular guy. I feel like it's not gonna work out. Like,
You never know though. The nice ones always like they have a soft spot in my heart for
you do?
sure.
You like nice guys?
Until they fuck me over.
Wait, I thought they're nice guys.
That's what you think. They start off nice.
they
Gotta be
switch
careful
it
with the
up.
ones that are too nice.
They switch it up.
They switch up real quick.
All right, so with the gym one,
I'm gonna say no.
for the most part, no.
I think
Just
the
leave
only
it alone.
like the safest bet is like if you're walking out of the gym at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Like I've had an instance where this guy like waited for me to leave the gym and I'm
Okay.
walking out and he confronted me. He's like, "What's your name? Nice to meet you. I've seen you around. This and that." And that was cool. But
Nothing from it though.
nothing from it.
Okay.
Nothing from
Wait,
it.
did he just got your Instagram or something?
My Instagram, and then they usually like message me, but I don't like to really message people back from my gym because then when it doesn't end well, you still have to see them
That's
at the gym.
awkward,
right?
Dude,
So-
because I've been, well, it's closed now, but there was a gym that I used to go to for years. I'm talking like 5-6 years.
Really?
So I seen two people get together and break up.
See, that's
at the gym.
horrible. Yes.
And then when they would see each other, they would stay
So
on
awkward.
other sides. And I'm sitting there watching it because
They're like, I'm doing arms today. You're doing legs?
yeah, I seen it happen, and I was like, damn, that's cool. And then they broke up. I'm like, oh,
It's awkward.
yeah,
See,
it's
I don't want
awkward.
that to happen.
That could happen. I could see that. Yeah, but it's, to me, why I always tell him is because like that's the kind of person you want to look for though. Someone in
It's
the gym,
very true.
you know, doing their thing
Yeah.
instead of at the bar or something.
Okay, but
You
what's wrong
know?
with the bar?
I don't know. I don't go there. That's why. I don't know. Maybe there isn't nothing wrong with the bar.
I get what you're saying, though.
But
I get
yeah.
what you're saying. You can invite her like on a gym day, you know.
Mm.
But even then, it's like, how are you gonna go on a
Yeah,
date at the
nah.
gym? My
Yeah,
cousin
you
told me
can't
that
do
the other day.
that.
He was like trying to pick up this girl. He was like, yeah, maybe I'll invite her out to the gym. I was like, a first date at the gym. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, that sounds amazing. I was like, for you.
That's kind of whack, yeah.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie, because when I'm at the
Exactly.
gym, like, I even get mad when this fool be on his phone sometimes. I don't go on my phone, nothing. I'm locked in for the whole time that I'm there.
Yeah, me
I'm
too. My
locked
phone
in.
is on do not disturb.
Yeah, so like
Mm-hmm.
at the gym, like on a date, like, bro, I'm not trying to conversate. Like,
Right.
I'm trying to have a workout. But all right, go ahead.
Okay.
Second one for me.
Let's see.
Damn. So the gym, man.
Don't do it. Safest
Don't
bet.
do it.
Ooh. Okay. This is a good one. And this is a good question because you're married. So we'll have a good perspective.
Mm.
Is it okay to go through your partner's phone?
Ooh,
Why
I like that question.
or why not?
Dude, that's a good question.
It's
That
a
is
great
a very
question.
great question because most of the people that I know that are in relationships, they do it. Like
They
it's a
do?
normal thing. So I know it's a normal thing. Me personally, so when I was young, oh man, do I want to even give like
yes, you do.
information
Yes, you
like
do.
that?
Do it.
Okay, so
If you go for real, I'll go for real.
okay.
I'll tell you a quick
So
story.
listen, I've been with my wife this year will be 15 years.
Wow,
So
congratulations.
Thank you. We've been together for a long time, obviously.
That's awesome.
So I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my life. This was early.
I believe it.
So she used to go through my phone because we were in high school. We were
Right.
kids. One time I spent the night at her house. It was like midnight or 1 a.m, and
That's when
she
it happens.
woke me up to my phone. Like, yeah, I'm like looking like, what the
You're like half asleep. We're like,
bro?
wasn't me, babe.
I
Wasn't
literally
me.
just tried to leave. Like and it turned into a thing. But I'm all trying to just get in my car and leave. Like I didn't know what was going on, bro.
Dang.
Like so, she used to do that, but it was, and I didn't really go through hers. I don't think I ever really cared. Like I don't know. I guess I'm more open. Like I didn't really think she would. Maybe I should have. I don't know. but anyways, I didn't. But she did it to me, and it continued because of that. It continued for a while, but it was me just having an ego.
Yeah.
And I was young. I was doing stupid stuff. So now where we're at and married, like our phones are unlocked.
Right.
Like I don't go through her phone. I can tell you, I can't even name a time. Like to be like, I was just very honest with that story. I didn't even want to say that.
A
So
good
like,
story.
I would be honest if I went through her phone. Like I
Right.
really don't. Like I don't feel the need to, and I know she doesn't. And if anytime she's like, hey, let me see your phone
You
to
just give
do
it to
this
her.
or that, bro, it's right there. Like do whatever. So I feel like if you need to go through your person's phone, you
There's
guys
a
need
deeper issue.
You guys got to address it.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, I would think you got to address it because that's just not healthy.
For
Like
sure.
going to try and find something, that's crazy. And if you find it, like it's gonna be just a whole other. Like,
and that's the whole thing too. It's like if you're gonna go looking for something, you're gonna find something.
for sure, because you already know, like
Yeah.
that intuition is telling you.
Yeah.
And that's with me. Like I don't go through hers because I don't think so.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Like, and we're so open with everything. Like even I've done different like reels or content with women and stuff, and people have told her, like her family has told her, like, did you see what he did?
Really?
And it's like, obviously she saw it before I put it out.
Right. You're like, I'm
are
telling
you
her.
crazy? Like I would never do anything. So it's just like that line of communication is like, you guys don't get it. So, and that's what I love about my wife is that she's never let any of that get to her because we're so close,
That's
like me and
awesome.
her can talk about it. Like, yeah, you guys think you know what you're talking about, but you don't. Like
Right.
I asked my wife, like, is this crazy? Nah, do that. You know,
Right.
like I
And
would
she supports
never.
you 100%.
Exactly.
You guys have built that foundation.
Exactly. Have you
sure.
ever went through?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
actually did the same thing. My ex.
No
I,
way, you
like,
woke
went,
them up?
Absolutely. I was pissed.
Oh,
Pissed.
how recent?
Actually, a while ago.
Okay.
I've been single now for 2 years. So I think this was like 3 years ago, probably. I don't even remember.
Damn, so you've been a celebrity in the city, single for 2 years?
Honestly, I think that's what helped me.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, I feel like after I left my relationship is when I like finally started taking all of my stuff serious. You know how they say that like when a
Dude.
woman leaves like a man, at least in this aspect, a man who like does
Yeah.
you dirty, they end up with like 10 different businesses,
No,
a new
for
car,
sure.
a new house, like for sure.
I really believe that people, when you find your other person, whether that be man, woman, vice versa, whatever it
Right.
is, if they support you, like you're going to go to another level that you couldn't have. But on the other side, you're going to stay below a level and
Yes,
go
when you get
nowhere.
so comfortable.
When you get stuck with someone that doesn't want to see you elevate.
Yes, exactly.
So you were stuck.
I was stuck, and then I found out that he cheated on me, and I was like, okay, bye. And I never looked
Wait,
back.
so give me the scenario though.
You want the story?
Yes.
I'll give you the story. Okay, so we were together. Literally, he's sitting right next to me, like this close. And my good friend DMs me on Instagram. It was one of those, hey girl texts. And I knew as soon as I saw the text, I was like, fuck.
You knew what it
I
was
was
going to
like,
be?
damn. I was like, it really happened to me. And then she goes and she DMs me and she's like, hey, are you and so still together? I was like, yeah, we are.
He was
Why?
like, he's right here.
Yeah, I was like, you want a picture? She was like, well, he's on Hinge. And she sends me screenshots of his photos, like on Hinge, his profile. And mind you, we were dating at this point for 7 years. 7 years we were together.
7 years?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it was crazy. But we were together for that long. High school
That's what I was
sweethearts.
going to say, that high school then?
Yeah, high school sweethearts. And, well, not so sweet. But we were together for that long. She sends me that. I confront him about it. And then he basically just confesses to having multiple dating apps and doing this whole thing. And I just left. And I never, like, looked back.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn, you're a thug though. 7 years and you're just like.
Well, because kind of like what you said earlier, you know, you've been with your girl for so long, so I'm sure you guys have had like ups and downs.
Sure.
And we were together for 7 years, so I let a lot of stuff slide already.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Especially from high school, you're kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, you know what? We're in high school. I'm gonna let it go. Whatever.
So you had already let stuff go.
Yes, and this was just my final straw.
Got you.
Yeah, and at
That
this
makes more
point,
sense.
I was just like, I'm not gonna be looking dumb.
Yeah.
Like
This is too far.
I gotta move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely what it was for us. Like we were young. She, thank God, let it go, and we even like do our stupid breakups in between or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it got to the point where I was like, bro, I need to like get my shit together,
Right.
And thank God she stuck it out,
For
but
real.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
7
it was
years.
it was a crazy time in my life, and
And then from there you blew up.
I mean, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I just
sick.
started doing my own thing, and then I just found myself. I think when you're with somebody like that for so long, you're so codependent, and that's one of the things that I
It's
learned.
like your identity. That
Yes.
relationship is your identity.
I had nothing else outside of it.
Wow.
So now I refuse to like let that ever happen again. I think that's why I'm
For
so
sure.
secure within myself, and why I don't let anybody in.
Yeah.
So
And that's some game right there as far as the identity thing is. Like I always tell couples that, maybe be struggling, is that something that really helps is when you guys both have something going on.
yes,
Outside of work, all that, something that you are passionate about
Yes.
that you do. Like for my wife is jujitsu. She loves jujitsu. So
that's
on the
dope.
weekends and on whatever days she goes during the week, I have my daughter so she can go do her thing. Like that's her time.
Yeah.
I do the podcast. So right now my daughter's with her.
For sure.
We both have our thing that we do. So we go back and forth. But if it's like, if I'm gone all the time doing this, she's at the house, she doesn't have nothing.
Yeah.
She's going to start to feel a type of way. Like, dude, you're always
Absolutely.
gone. Like, you guys got to both have
You
something.
have to be your individual self.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to.
And you guys have to push each other.
For sure.
Yeah. It's mine?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. Let's do a good one. Ooh, this is a good one. Kind of related to that. So what do you think the role of a woman is in a man's life?
Ooh. This is like a deep question.
That is a deep
This
one.
is a deep question for sure.
And I feel like it has changed a lot because of like social
has.
media.
And society norms
Yes.
nowadays, for sure.
Yeah. I seen this reel once where it was this guy, he posted like that he had his lunch that she did multiple things for him, like laundry, just normal wife stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone is in the comments like, what is she, your slave? Like this, like killing. I'm like, bro, you don't even know their relationship. Like,
Exactly.
maybe she
No.
genuinely likes
wants to
doing
do
that. Yeah.
For sure. I think for me, the way that I was raised, I grew up in a very traditional Mexican household. And, my mom would get up early in the morning to make my dad breakfast. And I was taught the same way. And I
That's
think
fire.
when a man earns your love and respect, all you want to do is take care of them. So even now, my mom doesn't wake up like that anymore, but I will wake up and I will make my dad food and lunch the night before because I was raised like that.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot for me to do that for a man, but if I love you and you treat me right and you love me, I will take care of you just the way that you take care of me. And I think a woman's touch is different than a man's. And it's okay to say that a woman can do what a man can do. Okay, fair. Absolutely. But the caring side and the loving side that a woman brings to a man is completely untouched. Absolutely. So I think a woman's purpose is to care and take care of them just like they do you, but in a more feminine version. Yeah.
For sure. I agree. Like anytime I do something or think about doing something for my wife, I'm like, would she do this for me? And it's always 100% yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure like with your dad,
Yeah.
would he do this for me? Would
Oh,
he wake
yeah.
up and do this? Yeah.
Exactly.
So of course I'm going to do it too.
And that's why I do it. That's a perfect example because my dad has always treated me like that. And I was always taught with like that mentality of like, we are equal. You know what I mean? And my dad always taught me, you have to be independent. Don't ever rely on a man. Don't ever expect someone to buy you something. You need to work for it. You need to buy it yourself. Like I was never given anything like that. And my dad taught me like the power in being independent, and he would always cook for me, cook for my mom, just like my mom would cook for him.
Yeah.
It was never like that machista vibe. I didn't grow up like that.
It was so cool. I seen on your story that you said that you went into the kitchen and you're like, damn, a quesadilla would be nice.
Yes.
And then you said like a little while later, your dad walked in
Literally.
with a quesadilla.
And that's my whole life.
And what's so funny is like, I love that because that's like, because I've done stuff, not that specific thing, but I'll do stuff like my daughter will say this or that and I'll go get it or do whatever she wants to do. And like my feeling of like walking up to her with whatever it is like so exciting.
No,
like
literally,
just that.
That's how my dad is.
Yeah.
He's like a little boy, like giving me a
Yes.
flower because he does it out of like love.
Yes.
And that, I promise your daughter, keep doing it because your daughter will remember it for the rest of her life. Even for me, that's one of the biggest things that I like struggle with in dating now is because my dad has like treated me so well and he does all the little things. If a man doesn't do that for me, then I'm done. Like,
You
I'm
already
not
got
gonna,
it, so you don't need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I need more than the bare minimum.
Yeah.
For sure.
Damn, that's fire. I like me and my dad, obviously it's a different dynamic because it's a son dad, but like our relationship has never been that great. So like I'm so scared that mine and my daughter's relationship is like one day not going to be good.
Like you're scared to mess it up.
Yes, I'm so scared to mess it up. So I really wanted to ask because your guys' relationship is so strong. Like,
and I promise, I totally get it. You're not going to be perfect. My dad is not perfect.
Yeah.
Like, and I grew up with him not doing the most best things,
Mm-hmm.
but he's always treated me with respect and love, and that's what I will always remember.
Okay.
For sure.
So that's the main thing.
And my
is the
parents have always
respect
been
and love.
together. Thank God. Like, I grew up with, my parents have been together now for 28 years, I think, is how long they've been married. And I've always had that example. But just like any marriage, there's always problems
For
within
sure,
it.
yeah,
and
there has to be.
I got to see it, but I also got to see them push through it.
Yeah.
So I
Damn,
think that was
that's
important.
dope. Yeah, that was so cool because I'm telling you, I've had that feeling. Like I know I was relating to him in that moment of like why he did it.
Cute.
I was like, dude, that is like I can't name anything that's better than like she wants something specific or whatever.
Yep.
And I go do it and I'm on my way
You're
to
like, here you go.
Yeah, and she's like, like that face is just like,
It
dude,
makes it worth it.
yes.
Absolutely.
So that was so cool because you're so much older now.
Yeah.
So like obviously my daughter's only 5, so it's easy to do that, like
It's easy to please her.
it's easy to please.
Yeah.
So the fact that he can still do that, that's fire to me. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
It's definitely a blessing. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
And I recognize it a lot too because God has put a lot of people in my life that don't have a father or don't have the best relationship with their fathers. So I think he's done it on purpose to just show me like how lucky I am. And I cherish it 100%. I
Yeah.
love my dad so much. Forever a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
Forever.
Damn, I love to hear that because I tell you, I always tell my wife like I'm scared, bro. One day I'm gonna mess something up.
You just gotta give her
like,
everything she asks for. I'm just kidding.
even with Valentine's Day, like my wife knows I don't believe in these stupid holidays. But for my daughter, I got her flowers. Like
You better
I had
because
to,
she's gonna be expecting stuff growing up, and if her dad
Exactly.
isn't bringing it, I don't know.
So that's why I was like, even my wife don't really get flowers like that, but my daughter, I have to get her flowers.
Yeah.
Like that's just a part of it. But
I love that.
Yeah, I think it's your question.
Yeah, let's see.
That's so funny. I was watching that and I was telling my wife about it and everything. I'm like, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, I love my dad. God bless him. And shout out my mom too. My mom's dope.
Oh yeah, of course. But moms get that.
They do.
They get it all the time.
She's like my best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one, especially in today's day and age. What are your thoughts on going 50-50 in a relationship? And let's speak on like you're married.
Okay.
You're married or you're acting married. I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't really get married, but they live together.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
you're
They buy
pretty
a
much
house
married.
together.
Yeah, at that point.
So if you're like in a stable relationship like that, do you expect to go 50-50 or are you as a man covering X, Y, and Z or what are your thoughts?
I'm going to keep it real. It's expensive out here, bro. Like, we got to go 50-50. Like, I can't even handle it by myself. Like, what the heck? Like, like, don't get me wrong. My dream is one day for my wife not to work. That's amazing.
Right.
But for right now,
It's just different.
hey, bro, it's 50-50. But me and my wife have always done that. Like, before we bought our house, we lived in like a hood ass condo. And like, I've talked about it on the pod. Like, I had to tell her like, hey, we're going to move out we're going to live in this hood ass condo for a few years so that we can stack up. We're not going to travel nowhere. We're not going to go out. We didn't do nothing. Like, we had no friends.
Dang.
And we stacked up to buy a house, and we did it.
Wow.
So, like, me and her have
awesome.
done this before, you know? We've gone 50-50. Like, we always sit down and have plans. So, like, I think it just comes down to communication. Like, if you got it like that, and
For
you're
sure.
like, hey, I got this, you just handle when we travel or
Right.
when we get food.
Exactly.
You know, like, but it just has to be a conversation.
Open communication.
But yeah,
It's
I'm
very
definitely on the side of 50-50
50-50.
because we're both people. Like, and then if one of us blows up,
You got me?
yeah, exactly. I got you and you got me. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, even like right now when I quit my job, bro, I was making way more money at my corporate job than I am doing my own business.
Right.
And I had to tell my wife, like, she's the one that made me quit. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, you know that, like, it's going to be harder because I
Yeah.
make way more money. And she's like, no, but you don't like it. You love this. Let's do this. And I'm like, all right,
That's
but you're going to be
awesome.
holding
She's a
it
real
down.
one.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have quit if she would have been like, bro, we need that money. Like,
Right.
I need to do this. I need to. But she's like, no, like, your happiness matters. So I'm like, yeah, boom. So yeah,
That's
50-50
amazing.
all day. What do you think?
Gosh, I feel like, okay, it just depends. I think it depends. It depends on how much each person is making. Because if, like how you said, like if you're the one that pops off, like obviously you got to contribute, right?
I see what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're in a situation where you kind of make the same amount, then yeah, 50-50.
Gotcha.
Or more like 70-30 maybe.
I see what you're saying. So, like, let's say your man is a millionaire.
Yes.
And you're making,
I'm a normal girl.
50K, and you guys are in this crazy penthouse, and you guys are going
And he's
half on
asking me
everything.
for 50-50. I'm going to be like, no.
You're like, bro, I can't afford it.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
I
didn't
think for
think
me,
about
it's like
that.
situational. So it kind
Gotcha.
of depends on that. But
That's
I
a
will
good point.
say, I mean, I was always raised with my dad covering everything. Like
Holding
my
it
dad worked his ass off growing up.
And see, that's the part of it too that I don't think people think about is like, can I work my ass off and do all that? Yeah, but am I going to be home?
Exactly.
No.
And that's how it was for my dad. My dad was a carpenter, and I would never see him growing up. He would always come home super late, leave super early. I would wait and sleep on the stairs for my dad to come home.
Oh, don't say that,
Swear.
bro. You're going to make me cry.
Swear. I swear
Oh.
to God. I would literally, because I was such a daddy's girl, and I would literally sleep on the stairs waiting for my dad to come home just to have him hug me, and then I could go to sleep, and then I wouldn't see him again, and repeat the cycle.
Man.
Yeah, so it was a big deal when my dad finally got like his papers and got a job because he finally got to have a normal routine.
Yeah, like
you
a
know
9 to
what I mean?
5
Yeah.
type situation.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
Damn. Yeah. Cause yeah, as men, we can go out here and just, grind. Like, I can grind a lot. Like, I can be gone. You know what I'm saying?
But then you don't see each other. Your kids don't see
not
you.
worth it.
You don't get to build memories. Like, I grew up with kind of going on family vacations without my dad. And it's like, who wants that too? You want to be present. So I guess you're right. It depends. It's all situational. What do you
Yeah.
want to sacrifice?
Exactly. Yeah. And I will 100% always sacrifice money for time.
Absolutely.
With my
Because you don't
daughter.
get that back.
Yeah.
And, you never know.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. So, because this is hard. Maybe this is based on each person, like each girl.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what's something that guys could look for to know that you are interested? Like if
Okay.
you're out, like for a guy that's out. Because I feel like we don't.
Okay, I feel like this is so much easier than guys think.
Okay.
If a girl is looking at you, like making eye contact, I give it 3 times. More than
Okay,
3 times. More than 3
Because
times.
I feel like whenever any guy's out, he's like, bro, you seen her look at me?
Okay, that is
It's
the
like-
other thing. No,
it's
that's
like,
the
bro.
other thing. Some men, you say hi to them and they think, oh my gosh, she wants to marry me. Okay, relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do they know? Like,
I feel
because yeah, the
like
dude would be like, you seen how she looked? Yeah, bro.
you're like, she wants me.
Yeah, she wants
For
me.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it's like, well, how do you differentiate?
I
It
feel
was
like
just you saying hi, or it was something else.
I think you have to look at them. Like for me, if I'm interested in a guy out in a public place, I just keep looking at them. I'll like make eye contact and make
Okay.
sure that like when I'm walking away, I turn around and like catch them looking at me. And if we make eye contact more than 3 times, you
Okay.
better come up and say something.
Oh, so they have to say something.
Yes, that's
Okay.
the other thing. Like, be a man.
Ooh,
Be a
tell
man
'em.
and come confront me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Don't just be sending me stuff on Instagram. Don't just be acting like you know me. Then you see me in public and you don't even say hi.
That's kind of crazy.
It is crazy, but it happens a lot.
Wait, so they're messaging you,
Oh, yeah.
but outside, nothing.
Nothing. They
That's
act like they're
crazy.
like, and I'm like, where's the same energy on the phone?
Yeah, you were.
Right.
That's crazy. I didn't think about that.
Absolutely. And I think it's because obviously for everybody, it's so much easier to say whatever you want to say on social media or
Oh,
post
yeah.
whatever you want to post. But I feel like as a man, if you're really interested in a girl and you're going to go the length of like DMing her all day, then
That's
the least you can say
crazy.
is hi in person.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously haven't been single in a long time, but if I put it to like this, like podcasting.
Yeah.
Before I shoot a DM, I try my hardest to get it in person because it's so
Okay.
much easier when I'm in person. I just like, not to be arrogant or anything, but when I'm in person, I feel like I can make a connection.
So
So
much
like
better.
it'll work.
Yeah.
Whereas if I shoot you a DM, it's going to get lost
Yeah.
most likely. And I shoot you another one. Now I look like a weirdo.
For real.
But like if I'm in person, I see you, hey, how's it going? You know, like I talk to you about the podcast. I
Right.
feel like you can feel my energy as far as like I'm taking this serious, you know,
Yes.
like, and I can establish a podcast with you
Yeah.
more than a DM. I feel like it could be the same for
Exactly.
a relationship, right?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
So that still matters.
It does, 100%.
still matters.
But I don't think many men do it. Like, they don't, at least for me, I don't know. I don't get approached that much, like in person.
Dude, I feel like I
Swear.
always hear this.
Swear.
It's like girls that are like, you know, pretty or like, I don't want to say popular, but like, you know, on social media or whatever, they always say that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't ever get approached.
Ever. And I'll catch people like looking at me, this and that.
For
but
sure, obviously, yeah.
No, like no one ever approaches me. It's very rare.
What?
Swear. I swear. I
Dude,
wish. I
that-
wish
I
it was
wish-
different. I'd be going out like maybe tonight's the night. Nah. Yeah.
Dude, so there's girls out there like you that are wanting to get approached.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's
every
okay.
once in a while
So,
it would be nice.
Guys, don't be a weirdo.
Don't be a
But
weirdo.
like, yeah, like approach.
Just
if you
say
s-
hello,
yeah.
introduce yourself, and ask for their number. Don't ask for their Instagram.
I feel like people don't give out the number though.
I mean, I would much rather give
Would
out
you
a
give out your number?
I give out my number
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
Because it's rare that I get asked for my number.
For your number.
So when a guy actually asks me for my number, even if I don't really want
Yeah.
to, I'll give it to them. You know?
Yeah.
Am I responding? I don't know.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
We'll
they
see.
they texted and you just seen the text. Because with Instagram, it might have got lost. But with the text, you saw the text, bro. And
For
you
sure.
just said, nah.
I said, actually,
Not today.
wrong number. Sorry.
What if they send a picture of themselves like it?
Oh, hell
You
no.
remember me?
If you're sending a picture, it's like,
It's
where
too
my
far?
hug at? It's giving that.
That's too far. Oh my god.
That's way too far.
Yeah, you're
way too far.
Hey,
let's see.
that's good to hear that girls actually want to be a pro. Because that was my thing when I was at that event. I was looking around and I'm like, damn, there's some cool looking girls in here. I'm like, they probably are all like bougie as hell. Where if guy comes up to them, they're gonna be tripping.
No, see, but why does every
I
guy
don't
have
know.
that perspective?
But I'm out of the game. I'm so out of the game. I
But
don't know.
I feel like that's so real. Like
That's
nowadays,
normal?
guys still have that like perception.
Okay.
But for me, it's like if you're a nice guy and you're just gonna come up and say hi, that's so much better than just being a weirdo standing in the corner talking to your friends about me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know. A girl can peep everything. So
Yeah.
I promise you, if you're
So
looking
what-
at her, she sees it.
Just to wrap that up real quick, if someone wants to come up to you, what's the best thing to say? Like if you're out,
If I'm out, hi,
that's it.
yeah,
Just like, hey,
hey.
what's your name? Or
I would say like, for me, it would show a lot of confidence if right off the jump they're like, hi, my name is so and so. I'd love to get your number.
okay.
Or
cool.
like a lot of the times people will ask, are you single? Right? Because that's like a whole respect thing
Okay.
too. You don't just assume. So it's like, hi,
Good point.
I'm so and so. Are you single? And then if you respond yes, and they're like,
Go
well, my
from
name
there.
is yada yada yada. Can I add you on Instagram? I'd love to take you out sometime. Can I have your number?
Gotcha.
You know, go that route and just
'Cause
have a genuine
I
conversation.
feel like you're bad, you're beautiful, all that, throw that out the window,
Throw
right?
that out the window.
That's what I thought.
You
Okay.
could say beautiful, doesn't hurt, but I don't know.
Even that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, not weird.
Because I feel like you want it to be as conversational as possible,
Yes,
right? Just like,
yes.
hey, how's it going? How are
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Don't jump into it that quick.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, this is a good one because you're married. Who comes first in a marriage, your mom or your wife?
That was a good one. I've seen that. What's funny, though, is it's mother, wife, or daughter for me, you know?
Okay.
Because it's like...
Okay, daughter's like number one, though, right?
Yes.
Okay,
like,
so daughter's
so
number
she's
one.
out.
She's out. That doesn't count. That
Yeah.
doesn't count. That doesn't count.
I mean, where I'm at now, it's wife, bro.
For sure.
Because, like, I love my mom, and if my wife is tripping, I'm going to tell her, like, hey, you know, but in front of everyone.
I'm going to tell my mom.
No, but I'm saying, like, in front of everyone, I'm on my wife's side.
Absolutely.
But if she was tripping behind closed doors, hey, when we were doing this or whatever, you were tripping.
Right.
Just so you know next time. But I'm never going to be, like, tripping on my wife in front of everyone. You know?
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, like,
and you guys
never.
are a team.
And we're a team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 100%. It's my wife.
For sure.
I'll say my wife.
I agree.
Have you ever seen that, like, with your dad, or, like, where he had to pick
Yeah,
his
actually.
mom or your mom?
Growing
your
up.
mom, his mom or your mom?
Growing up, there would be some issues. Just like normal things, I
Yeah.
feel like, especially when you're young and you're
Just
married.
little bickering.
Here and there, but my dad always chose my mom.
You have
It
to.
has to be your wife first, especially when she becomes the mother of your children.
That
It's
too.
a whole different ballgame, too.
And when y'all live together, like, got a mortgage together, like, bro, y'all
It better be
sleeping
your
next
wife.
to each other, bro? Like,
For sure.
yeah. At
For
some
sure.
point, yeah. This might be, I don't know, good or bad to say, but at some point, I feel like your wife takes the spot of your mom.
And I think that's the whole point. I think that goes back to the question that we asked earlier, like a woman's place in a man's life. I mean,
To be their mom.
basically, damn near, especially nowadays. But I do think they
crazy.
do take that position for sure.
This is the one we were talking about a little bit about the messaging. Because I'm out, like I said, I don't know nothing. So I'm trying to help y'all.
Let's see.
Is sexting a thing? Or is that, like, weird?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't do it.
I don't do it.
Okay.
My phone's pretty dry.
Because I'll say in my relationship, we don't do that.
No.
But we're old, so maybe.
I mean, I don't. I feel like nowadays the closest you get to that is like the DMs or like.
Wait, you're doing a DM but not
no,
a text?
No. I'm not saying like sexting, but like.
Oh, I'm
how
like,
people-
yo,
No.
that's the internet, bro.
Imagine. No, I just feel like the closest thing you can get to that is like when guys are DMing you, right? Or like the heart eyes, or like.
I see.
Guys send you crazy stuff. Like,
No.
swear, like they be saying some crazy things on there.
Like freaky? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's wild.
They're all like complete strangers, though. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So in their head,
I'll
that's
show you
gonna
my
work.
DMs after this.
Like, that's going to work in their head.
That's what I say all the time. I'm like, bruh, you really think so?
Do you ever message that back? I would have a
No.
hard time, like, not roasting these fools. Like, bro, you are
No.
retarded. Like,
No,
oh,
literally.
straight up.
If they're really bad, I will just block them. But
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I mean, no sexting over here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really a thing anymore.
That's what I was. That's what I was wondering.
Unless
I was
you're
I
like
don't
in,
know.
I feel like that's what like
High
high
school?
school. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
even college, but
That makes sense. I feel like it's like at the beginning or the end.
yeah, I can
You
see
know,
that.
like when you're old, and you
Yes.
send your
You're trying to get like a little freaky, you know,
like, you're
trying to
like-
make it interesting.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So like,
I could see that.
in the middle, not really.
Or in the beginning when you're like so overly obsessed with each other.
Yeah.
You're like, send me a picture. I miss you.
For sure, because yeah, like if we can scroll through all the pictures that my wife sends me, it's all of my daughter or like of something in the house.
Right.
Like it's so normal. Like
It's
we
not
don't
sexting.
We don't send anything that's like like sexting.
Yeah, no.
That's so funny. I wonder that would be hilarious though. Like just to send my wife like a sexting
should.
message and just like say nothing.
See where it goes.
and
See if
what
she matches
says.
your energy.
She sends like a weird gift. Like what the hell?
Imagine. She's like, hell no. You better shut up.
that would be funny. But yeah,
That would
so
be hilarious.
sexting's out.
Sexting's out.
Okay,
at
cool.
least in my
Now we
opinion.
know. That's what I thought too. I was
For
like, maybe
sure.
it's just because I'm old. But yeah.
All right. What about following and liking other girls' pictures on social media
Ooh,
when you're in a relationship?
that's a good one.
And we can go both ways because I think this is like a double standard too.
Yeah.
sure. This one gets a little.
Honestly, I think not even just liking, but if all of that is in your algorithm, you're kind of wilding to me. Because
sure.
like sometimes the algorithm does get messed up because a homie will send you something, or like you go to a certain person's page and they got that kind of. So I have got caught with like some.
Like weird
when
stuff.
I go to my explore page, I'm like, bro,
you're like not this again.
That's not me. Like that was one time. But yeah, there are some people that I know on their explore is just like, that's all they look at is like ass all day. I'm like, bro, you can't be, and they're not even liking it. They're just like, that's what they're looking at. So I think for me personally, that fucks with you mentally.
Yeah.
So like,
it's not helping you.
Yeah, it's not healthy. So you should stay away from that.
Yeah.
The only time
sure.
I will like a person's page or post or whatever is if like I like the content.
Right.
Even if it's like a homie's girl and she posted a picture of herself. Like I have homegirls too that are friends because of me. Now they're friends with my wife. Like they were my friends first, women. Uh-huh. And she'll post a picture that is a little too risky. I won't even like that one.
Really?
And that's my homegirl.
Dang, so you have that in the back of your head.
Yeah, I'm just like,
interesting.
Like I seen it because that's the homie, but like that one was a little too far.
You're like boundaries.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna like that one. But then she posted the other one out of town, whatever. Oh yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
So because just that's my respect thing. Like if one of my homies posted a picture of him with no clothes on or
and
whatever,
your wife's
and
like
she's over here liking it, I'd be like, yo, what? Why you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I could see that.
I try and keep those boundaries, you know.
I will say it's one of the things that I look for when, like, let's say a guy is reaching out or wants to take me out. I will look at his following list, and if he's following like literally just like half naked girls,
that's crazy.
It's like a red flag right off the bat. Absolutely. And I won't even like give it a chance because it's like you said, it's unhealthy, and there's men out there that like fiend for it,
bro,
and you could tell
following them is another level.
And when you literally go through the following count and it's literally just back to back, like just social, like Instagram baddies, I'm just like, okay,
I never
keep
thought
them.
of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good point.
And I promise you, all girls do that.
So y'all better go clear out your following, bro. If
Facts.
you guys are out there wilding, go clear that out right now, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just not healthy. Like we're not supposed to wake up at 7 a.m. and see ass. Like it's not healthy.
It's not normal.
That's not normal, bro.
And if that is your normal,
yeah, I feel like it's even just like, you know, like how they have killing and stuff.
Yes.
Like it's almost the same thing where it fucks you up. Like just seeing butt naked girls
all day,
every day, bro. It's like, bro, you're just so desensitized. So when you actually see a girl that's actually beautiful, like you're like, oh, I already seen her fucking naked. Like I don't give a fuck. Like it don't even affect you. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watch out for that.
Unfollow all those girls.
Yeah, for real, bro. Fix your mental health first. King, fix your. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. How many are we at now?
I think we're on 5 now.
What should you guys look for? Yeah. So yeah, this is the last one. Oh, we were kind of just talking about this too. Can men and women actually just be friends?
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna say no.
Damn, no.
Maybe it's because I have trust issues. I was hurt. No, I'm just kidding. It just. Okay, you know what? Let me take that back. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
it's
you.
hard. It's so hard. I think it's another one. It's situational. I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10. No, but maybe there's that one. But I think it's different when it's like a friend who you're just having fun with, or somebody that you grew up with that you consider family, right?
Yeah.
Like to me, that's a little bit different. Like when you grow up with your cousins or whatever, and you grow up with friends that genuinely turn into family.
Yeah, like your family knows their family.
Right. But when I'm saying no, it's when, like, let's say I was in a relationship where like a year in, and then my boyfriend is telling me, I just made a new friend. Her name is this, and I'm like, what do you need a new friend for? I'm right here.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a girl. No. I think that's
crazy.
weird. I think that's weird.
Even though the family thing, that can get.
It does. It gets a little messy.
Damn, do I want to say this too?
Say it.
Oh my God, we're going crazy on this one. So I'll say Man, I don't know if my wife cares if I say stuff like this.
We might have to cut this part out, Manny.
Yeah, for real. So I won't say no names, but my wife had a situation where she had a person that was really close to their family. Like they used to hang out when they were little. And I met this person and I'm like, okay, I got their vibe. And I'm like, okay, I see what it is, but it's whatever. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, I'm not that type of jealous person. Like, whatever. And then years go on and she runs into him at the gas station, or not the gas station, the car wash. And she's like, oh, I just seen so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. He asked for my number, this and that. And I was like, oh, for real? And she's like, yeah, and I was like, I'm going to tell you that, like, I don't care. You could do what you want because I trust you. Like,
but put yourself in my, like.
No, not even that. I was like, watch out because it's coming. So just be on alert, and because he got your number, whatever. But I was like, if I'm right, I'm right. You can tell me I'm right. Let it play out. But go ahead, do your thing. That was your family friend, so I'm not tripping. But I already know what it is. I'm telling you, this is what it's going to be. But I'm just letting you know. So don't get your feelings hurt when it does come. And it came where he's texting her, trying to like, yeah. And she came to me and told me, and I was like, I told you.
So I'm saying they can never just be friends.
I told you. But in the other course, shout out to Lex, my homegirl Lex. She be watching the pod. She's like best friends with my wife now. And I knew her since high school. Aww. And when I met her, she was in like a long-term relationship. Like her and her man had been for a long time. So it was always just a homie. And it's always been that. And to this day, finally, my wife got to meet her. And they're like best friends now.
That's awesome.
So like there is some nuance to it.
I feel like that's when it's okay. If your girl is friends with them too, all right.
Yeah.
Then that's like a pass. But
exactly.
For like my situation, like if you're randomly telling me like, oh, I just made a new friend, her name is Sophia. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
leave Sophia away.
Yeah, that's
like,
out.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Like, yeah, we're gonna go kick it. Like, what?
Excuse me? What are we doing?
Yeah. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
Yeah, for real.
You want me to pick her up?
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
so
for sure.
Was that your last one?
That's weird. Actually, I think I have one more. Let me see.
And I had 2 bonus ones. Oh, we'll do this last one too after you're done, and then we'll call it right there.
Okay. This is a good one. What are your thoughts on dating a woman who does OnlyFans?
Dude, that was the one. Yes, that was the one I was gonna say to do.
It's a good one.
Oh,
it's a good,
man.
Especially nowadays, because I feel like it's more common.
Super common. And hey, get your bag.
They be making bread.
That's what I'm saying.
Hella bread.
Have you ever thought about doing OnlyFans?
No. My dad would
not
kill
like
me.
going crazy, but like I don't know, like
no, I just
some
feel
of those
like,
art pictures.
for real, huh? Sometimes I'll be thinking, I'm like, I'm just posting these for free.
Exactly. Don't post them on there. Post them on there, and then
but I just feel like it has such a
put
bad
the story on it.
connotation.
Put the story on it. Do they have descriptions on OnlyFans?
Subscribe for the art.
For the art. That's crazy. Yeah. Damn.
That's a tough one though. Like
you go first because you're still in the dating scene. Would you date a man
on OnlyFans?
That does OnlyFans? He doesn't.
He doesn't do like
sex.
Sexual things.
Yes,
he just does like photos and stuff. No. I wouldn't date a man that does
Can't
OnlyFans.
do it.
No. I think it's weird.
It is kind of.
And it's like everyone is seeing. I don't know. That's actually kind of a double standard. Because then I be posting my stuff and everyone's seeing it.
And everyone's seeing it.
No, I couldn't do it. Well, how much is he making?
That's
like
his
a lot?
job.
Like a lot?
He's making $80K a year just posting dick pics. He has so many subscribers, it's crazy. But he loves you.
If he loves me, he treats me right. Fuck it. And I'm just kidding. No, I couldn't do it.
No, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I couldn't even. No, because like.
No, because then imagine you're like having lunch with your homies and like, did you see your girl's new pictures?
Dude,
like,
I was gonna take it another step. We're at Thanksgiving and they're like, "What does this food do?"
For real.
And she's like, "Oh, I do."
Like, you ever heard of OnlyFans?
Yeah, like, I'm not explaining that, G. Like,
no,
that's kind of crazy. Yeah. And also, it's not benefiting anything in the world.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird to say, but like, you're not doing anything. Like, even with your posts, like, a girl can see that and be like, wow, like, maybe I can post stuff like that. Maybe I can feel more secure about myself. Maybe, that can inspire someone.
Like some confidence.
Yeah, like there's things that can come from the post that you do. But like just getting smashed on OnlyFans, like nothing's really gonna come from that.
Yeah.
Besides money, and money isn't really.
Sometimes it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I don't even know. Like if you've already done it, I don't even think I could.
Really?
Like after. That's kind of
For
crazy.
real?
The internet is forever, bro.
The internet is forever. But what they did in their past shouldn't affect the present. Actually, nah.
Yeah,
I take that back.
No.
Okay, what about
That's
this?
kinda
Do you
crazy.
believe in once a cheater, always a cheater, or do you think someone can change?
I changed.
Okay.
So I believe that somebody can change.
I swear.
I swear.
Okay.
Bring me a Bible. I change. But yeah, no. For a long time, no. I was tripping. I was doing too much. But I can, on God, on my daughter, ever since I don't even know the last time, since we were little, I've never done anything to make my wife feel uncomfortable or anything. So I for sure believe that people can change. Yeah.
If you want to, if it's worth it.
Yeah, if it's worth it. And I always tell my wife, man, I'm so glad that she gave me time to, she could have not, and we would not have this family, so.
That's so true.
Yeah. So people could change.
I will say
I
I think there is another double standard on that. I feel like women take back men that cheat a lot sooner than a man takes back a woman that cheats.
There is.
You always hear that story of if a girl cheats on a man, they drop you nothing and they won't ever look back, as opposed to a woman. I feel like they're always kind of reeled back in or giving you multiple chances.
No, for sure.
But I mean, it is what it is.
There is a double standard with that. I don't know why that is.
I don't know.
I guess it's just the same body count thing.
Yeah.
Is
Goes
guys
back to
can
that.
go and.
I think it's a whole ego thing.
No, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
A man's ego will make or break something.
No, for sure.
For sure.
To this day, I have to keep my ego in check. You know what I mean? I'm married. I'm so happy. I have my family and everything. But I couldn't lie and be oh, I don't like seeing nice ass, or doing this or looking at. But I have to keep my ego in check.
Right.
Bro, I'll go through the list of why I love to be with my wife. You know what I mean? You have to keep that ego in check, and that just comes with being older.
For sure.
Maturing.
Maturing.
For sure.
It takes longer for men.
I think that was the last one, right?
I think so.
Man, this was fire. We might have to do this again.
I know. You guys have to give us more questions.
Yeah, if you guys like this segment, maybe you guys could send us some questions.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is just maybe put them on a thing and just grab them.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Anonymous. We won't know what we're answering. That way we're caught off guard too.
Yeah.
But some unhinged questions. Give me juicy questions.
You had one on there that I was bro.
Which one?
I cannot. And you cannot. I was I will not let you.
What is it?
Should I even say?
Say it. What is it?
The sex position one.
Oh, what's your favorite sex position?
Yes, I was
we're all grown.
You will not, and I will not on camera do that. That is not happening.
Put it in the comments.
Shout out to Pops. I will not allow him to see me doing this with you, bro.
No, yeah. No.
Heck no.
Yeah, my dad's gonna
That was
watch
the
this.
first one that I deleted when I was going through. I was delete, bro. That is not happening. But yeah, if you guys like this, make sure y'all comment, subscribe. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube. Please tap in. Shout out your Instagram so they can follow you.
Fab Ruby on Instagram and TikTok. Follow me on all platforms.
Is there any dot or it's just Fab?
Yes, fab.ruby.
Okay, there we go. Yes. I thought there was a dot. Fab.ruby. Please check her out. Her content is so fire. But yeah, if there's nothing else, hit us up on Instagram. Like I said, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. We out. Peace.
Bye.